Sir, shall we begin the session?
Yes, Arjun. We can continue.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes, yes. Huh?
A very warm welcome to one and all present here for the second session of today's event. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our distinguished resource speaker of this session, Dr. Karthikeya Prakasam. I also take the privilege of introducing the resource speaker to the audience. Dr. Karthikeya Prakasam, he has 20 years of teaching experience. Currently, he is an associate professor in the Department of Commerce, Christ deemed to be University, Central Campus, Bangalore. His core subject areas are marketing, entrepreneurship, and finance. He has participated and presented many papers in national and international conferences. He has also published articles in UGC and Scopus indexed journals. The session is all yours. Kindly take over the session, sir.
Thank you, Arjun. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
So, good morning once again from my side. Hope the participants are able to hear me. If you can just give an yes in the chat box, I'd be happy to know that you are all able to hear me. Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, I got one response, but still, if you can put in more responses, I would be very happy. Yes, thank you. Thank you. So, as Elgin has introduced me, I work in Christ University in the Commerce Department. So, it's nice to come and share that knowledge, whatever I have in few areas. I'm not an expert in everything, but still, the pandemic has given us an opportunity to learn more things, so that I'll share that knowledge, whatever I have gained, and how to enrich yourself and to connect with your students better. That's the core agenda for this topic, the session. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll share my screen so that we can directly pitch into the PPT. Then afterwards, we'll go to directly hands-on experience. That's the whole session is all about. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll just share my PPT.
Are you trying to share your screen, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. No. My PPT, I saved it in some other location.
Okay.
I got it. I'll share it. That's what I was just looking at that. No worries. Just 1 minute it will take. Because I'm more used to that our WebEx platform.
Okay.
Now, since Zoom, it's no problem. I'll just do that. 1 minute. Okay, I'll share my screen now. If they can see my screen, it would be fine.
Yes, sir. It is getting.
Yes.
Yeah, we are able to see the slides.
Okay. So this is the topic. Let me go to that full screen once again. Okay. I hope that doesn't cover that the chat box and PDF it is covering. I can just adjust it. How is that, Elgin? Is it fine?
Yes, sir. It is fine. It is fine, sir. It is fine.
Okay. Okay. So today's FTP's topic is managing technological disruptions to its effective usage. That's what the title is given to me, and I'll stick on to that. Whatever that the disruptions has happened and how effectively we can just manage this disruption is what I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to teach you or tell you that how we can use Google products more effectively, because we are all maybe the current era. If you see that we are using Google everywhere, even your smartphones. If you look at that, you have Android. Without Android, I don't think that today's life will be much more easier and comfortable. So we have much used to this Google. And when it comes to teaching learning process, also the same Google has given us so much. So that's what I'm going to help you in these slides. So let me start with few initial. Let me take it more interactive, because Elgin has told that, sir, you should not keep talking. You should involve our participants also, and they are very bright and active in the discussion. So let me also see that how our discussions goes, and let me share my views on that, the Google, the products. Okay. Now let me move on to this. Now technology has disrupted everything. It's not only education. Technology has drastically changed that. It has empowered each and every industry what we are seeing. That means the plethora of the industries, it has not left anything. Everything has been touched and everything has transformed. That's what I could say that. Now, if you look into these automobiles, the current automobiles, if you see that it has 360-degree cameras, it has a lot of sensors, it has a lot of your smartphone can be connected to the car. So much is happening in terms of this technology, correct? You can locate your car. And now I think if some of you have seen the recent advertisement by Michelin tires, how much the tire has undergone wear and tear also, this it will say, when you'll have to replace your tire, if any damage happens to your tire, it is immediately informed to you as well as to the tire dealers also, correct? So the manufacturers also, how well that car is optimally used by the driver. Everything has been updated. That's the latest updates in terms of automobile. Health, you know that in medicine, technology advancements in terms of scanning, so many different types of scannings are available, robotic surgeries are available. So technology totally disrupted once again. You can see that. And in terms of research, a lot of research tools have come. Earlier in my days, when I used to do this MPhil, I used to do this manual calculation for chi-square and all that. I need to have a big spreadsheet. I need to collect all that information from the questionnaire. I need to write in a sheet. I used to draw lines. I need to write that, and then I need to calculate that. Calculate all that the percentages and the chi-square. It used to be do that with the formula. I think if some of you remember that the O minus E, that formula, observed minus expected, those formulas, we used to do it manually. But today, if you see that research, your SPSS views, we have used different tools for simplifying the analysis. Not only analysis, bibliography. When you give that the references, citations, the things have become more simple. A lot of apps are there in the market internet where you can use it so that these things are helping us to minimize the time which we used to spend in terms of analyzing and coming up with a better research. In marketing, you see that all latest the marketings are happening in social media platforms, correct? It might be Facebook or it might be the augmented reality or virtual reality. If you see that different forms of marketing, so technology, once again, it is the content development, the brand marketing, so many different marketings are happening. All these things are enabled with the help of technology. Now, I've put that since we are educators, I've put that education at the last because till certain point of time, we were not disrupted much. But today, if you see that the disruption has happened, if I have to say exactly, March 15th, we closed our university because we were little ahead in front of even government announcing that the pandemic. We closed our classes and then started the problem how to connect with the students. So education, I'll touch more on this because now our focus is on the education aspect. Okay. Now, let me go with that. I think you all agree with me that we all had this, the traditional teaching modes. We used to use that generally blackboard or whiteboard because in our classrooms we used to have this blackboard and whiteboard. We use more of chalk and talk, or we used to have guest lecture, yeah, our one-to-one discussions we used to have with the students, and that's how we used to do that. Let me enable the chat also. Just give me a minute. Yes. Just give me a minute. I'll enable the chat also so that if I don't think that it's blocking your view, but still I just wanted to see that what is that response which I'm getting from the participants. So it will be helpful for me to see that. Okay. So chalk and talk, and our the one of the meeting places used to be the classroom where it was a nice interaction used to happen. We used to convey our thoughts. We used to get the students' feedback, and we used to make them learn in our classrooms. But if you look at right now, we are missing that classroom, real classrooms, correct? And we used to use that projector and a lot of class tests, examinations, and all report submissions. These are traditional things which we were used to do that, but now we are not using this. So what is the alternate? Can I ask some questions to the participants? What is the alternate now we are doing of these? instead of the blackboard, whiteboard, chalk, classroom, projector? What is it we are doing? Can you share some thoughts on that? I'm eagerly waiting for responses in the chat box. Can you tell me that what is that you are using alternatively now? I think there might be learned purposes from different walks of life, but still you might use different things. Let me also know that what is that you are using, how you are connecting with your students during this pandemic. Hope that I am audible so that expecting. Okay, annotating on a white screen. Yes, good. Marin Thomas is
Yes, sir, you
rightly
are
pinned
audible.
it that. Yes, yes, thank you, Archie. Thank you. White screen. Okay, otherwise, how we are doing that? Still, any other things you are using that? Because my core, the thought which I'm going to convey is that mostly on Google and replacing this traditional teaching with some modern teaching. So if I get your inputs, I'll be better prepared for that, what I need to do that, or what I should minimize. That will help me to know better.
Through some online tools there, like Google Meet, Zoom, they
Okay.
are
That
using.
is one of that instead of classroom, we are using this the Google Meet and WebEx and
Zoom.
Zoom. Yes,
Yes, yes.
that's what we are using. And right now we are also connecting that we are using that. I think most of your family. But when it comes to that, okay, let me take forward the discussions. But when it comes to assessment, what are the other things tools you are using? Right? Some of you are well using it. What are the other tools which you are using for assessment? Okay, the class is silent and the session is silent. So that means still some of you require some hands-on support on those aspects. If yes, at least if I can get that yes response, I'll be happy to share some of those things. Okay. If the class is there with me, if the participants are there with me, can you put yes? Because I would like to see the responses because I can't see everybody, but at least your responses will make me happy so that I am going on the right track. It also makes you to stay on the platform. Okay, Jamboard, yes. When it says the Jamboard, I'll touch a little on that, but still beyond that, we'll go to that. Okay, let me move to the next one. I don't have too much slides. I'll just move after some time to that. So if you look at this, I just made that one point very clear, technology disruption. Now, when it comes to technology disruption, uh, technology is, it was getting disrupted frequently. It is not that only because of COVID it has happened, but COVID has made us to move ourselves from the traditional to modern teaching. In the sense that it made us compulsorily to use some of the tools which are available. Earlier also these things were available, very few people were using this, but of late if you see that because of this we were forced to mandatorily change towards that some of the modern the teaching. And when I talk about this MOOC courses, the massive online open the online courses. Now, if you look at this now, many of the foreign universities had this MOOC courses, and this MOOC courses actually it was getting the the responses, the number of the enrollments were getting actually reduced. But as a boom, surprisingly, this COVID came and that the MOOC courses, it was the highly demanded the courses. Now, if you look at that, once it was there and some people shown interest, but still many of them are not opting for it. But all of a sudden, this COVID has made everybody to take MOOC courses. And I read it somewhere in the paper that one of the lecturer, I think, in Kerala, one of the college, Trivandrum or somewhere, 360 courses or something that teacher has done.
Sir, mic is mute, sir. Sir, your mic is mute.
Sorry, sorry. Is it fine now?
Now it is fine, sir.
Yes. No, that what I was asking is that one of the lecturer from Trivandrum, I think she has done that 360 or 340 MOOC courses.
Oh.
I think you all have read that. So this pandemic has made everybody to do that, and most of our teachers also have done. Some of them have done 7, 10. Some of them have done 25, 30. It all depends on the number of the hours which they are taking that. So they have gone for different. How many of you done MOOC courses? Let me also ask that. How many of you have done MOOC courses? How many of you have done MOOC courses?
ஏதாவது ஒரு comments போடுறோம்.
Okay. Attended many online webinars. Okay. Okay. So you'll have to spend some time for these online courses, and you'll have to understand that how it works, correct? So now these MOOC courses, we spend some time in that the MOOC courses to learn something new. Similarly, online classes, we have used Zoom, Meet, WebEx, online assessments. There are different ways of conducting this online assessment. Okay, let us move on to the next one. Here, how many of you manage this situation very well? Can you tell me that how many of you manage this situations very well? With your experiences, sir. So other than the WebEx and the Google Classroom, the Google Meet and the Zoom platform, what else you have done differently? How many of you felt that this was an opportunity for you to learn something new? And if you have learned something other than this Jamboard, just share it with me. Okay. Okay, then I'll continue with that. Whatever that I want to share that, I'll just tell you that because learn to create recorded PPTs. Okay. Okay. Learn to create recorded PPTs. That means you are saying that in the platform itself, the online classes you are recording and sharing with the students. That's what you mean to say, Merin?
No, sir. Like Microsoft PowerPoint, right? There, I've actually made it into a recorded PPT, and then I kind of learned that you can convert that into a video on PowerPoint itself, into Windows Media Video format. But then it occupies very less space because I was finding it difficult to take videos for numericals, and then it would like occupy about 300, 400 MB for just 10 minutes video. So that's why I shifted on to recording on a PowerPoint and then converting into a video, which occupied actually less than 1/10 of the space, I would say, data.
Okay, okay. That's one of the advantage here because you can share it and also that you can collaborate and you can do most of your things when you use some of the Google products. So let us discuss that. You told that you have done something good. So you have created some recorded PPTs and you also can share with your students. Okay, let us move on. So you might have used different and Sudhamati also says that it was a good opportunity to learn many online techniques. So I'll touch on few techniques which maybe probably many of them might not know that. So as I told that I'm going to focus more on this Google products. So it's always Google, Google, Google. Even songs are there and many things. Without Google, it's difficult to imagine. Maybe our personal life as well as professional life because Google has become an integral part in everything what we do. And if there is anybody who doesn't have Gmail account, maybe you might have other accounts, Yahoo, Reddit Mail and other accounts also, but still most of you would prefer to have a Gmail account because Gmail, one advantage is that it minimizes spam. So you don't get a lot of spamming, isn't it? It filters and then you get the right messages. So that is one thing which happens in the Google. Google is good in terms of that you get only what is required. Okay, so how many of you have Google? Everybody has Google account? Anybody is not having Google account? Maybe I should change the question. Okay, okay. So most of you have this Google account. It's fine. Okay. Now classroom. How many of you have created classrooms for your students? Because I'll be focusing on these three things. If time permits, I'll go with the other one. Otherwise, I'll okay. Because I could see that only the response is coming only from two teachers. One is Merin, the other one is Damurti right now. Okay, Amardeep. Okay. Okay. So for the betterment of others, so let me explain also in detail how to create a classroom and also assessment. So the hope that people who have done this, have you all done this assessment also in the classroom? That's the next thing I want to know that. Assessment. What sort of assessments you have done that? Okay. Okay. Many others are responding now slowly. Okay. Okay. Have you conducted any test using this Google Classroom? Any test? Any test? Okay. Any test you have conducted? Okay, okay. Daily we do. Okay. Okay. Daily we do. Quiz. Okay. Other than quiz, what I'm asking is that maybe in sharing a question paper, asking them to do that. Asking them to do it. Assignments. Okay. Do you also keep a live track of that, what they are doing that? Do you do that? Assignments, case study submissions, assignment, conducted MCQs. Okay. Conducted MCQs. Okay. That's what my basically what I wanted to know is that if you're doing that, it's well and good, but still out of that 70, 80, very less people are there who are using this. So for the larger benefit, let me also explain that how to create a classroom, how to share with your students, how to post certain materials, how to maybe conduct an MCQ test, correct? And also how to give an assignment to them. And maybe finally how to maybe conduct a test. Maybe in the conduct a sense, maybe you can add Google Doc and then maybe possibly you can ask the students to type in, and you can also do this similarity test, what we call plagiarism, and we can add some rubrics to it, and then possibly we can do that. Hope that, shall we do that? Shall we do that? Because those who are doing, I'm happy with that. But those who are not doing that, still I think it would be a nice opportunity for us to learn. Shall we do it? Because if, okay, because it will give you some sort of that little confidence that later you can do that. Classroom is one advantage. So let me start with that classroom. Now, before that, I'll just, what is the need for a classroom? Let us see that. So creating a classroom, I'll just help you that, how to create a classroom. Maybe if possible right now, we'll create a classroom and you can join as students. After that, I'll close the classroom. It is only for the time being just to make us to understand and learn the process, how to create a classroom. And you can share how to share the materials, how you can evaluate your assignments with rubrics and conducting tests, thereby enabling this plagiarism. And also you can ask them to, you can also comment and you can return the scores also to your students, that you can possibly do that in that creating class. But some of these things, there are certain limitations are there when you use this Google Classroom. So you'll have to understand this. How many of you have this G Suite account? Because if your institution has given an account, it will be a G Suite account. G Suite, it's a little, the limits are high and you have more options. Okay, some of you have that. So G Suite account will have the storage capacity more and the features are little more. It's a privileged account. Maybe I can say that, yes, it might be a privileged account. But otherwise, you'll all have this personal Gmail account. So then you'll have this few things here. The difference between, but both accounts you can have that the 20 teachers can be there, right? Teachers per class, 20 teachers you can add up to, because there will be teacher and student. So you can add up to 20 teachers, and the number of the class members in the G Suite account is 1,000. That means teachers and students together. But in your non-G Suite account, in your personal account, it will be only 250. And the number of classes you can join is 1,000. But when it is personal, 100 maximum and only 30, because there are some the less privileges. There are less privileges are there, and classes you can create as well. There is no limit in G Suite, but when it comes to your the personal account, it is 30 per day. Okay, with this, I'll take you to that other the how to create a classroom. Shall we go there? Okay. Many of you who have done that, I apologize for that, because now I wanted to keep it simple and then I wanted to go to a little the higher level, because I have one more session later also. So I just want to restrict myself to that, to this Google Classroom quiz, and that maybe the doc is what I was planning. So is that is fine with everybody? Okay. 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 Maybe if you are aware of that completely, you can also give me some more points and let us learn together. Okay, just I'm stop sharing because I'm going to share the other screen. Just give me a minute, okay? I'll open my mail account, then I'll share it. Okay. So Hope you are able to see my mail. This is my G Suite account where university has given me this account. Now in this account, normally if you see that there are 9 dots are there. I think most of you know that. Even in your personal account also, you will find this 9 dots. Now you can go to this 9 dots. You can find all your Google products. We call it as 9 dots. Okay, thank you. Because if you can mute yourself, it will be good. You can find all your the Google products. Now, okay, I request others to please mute yourself because it will be disturbance for the other teachers. So now you can see that there are different the products are there, Google products are there, and most of the things which are okay. So there are many Google products are there. Elgin sir, hello. Hello.
Sir, there is lot of disturbance.
Please, everybody, I request everybody to mute yourself because it is disturbing the entire session. Okay, thank you. Because if you don't disturb it, it's easy for us to continue. Okay, let us go to this. Now, if you see that all Google products are available, right from YouTube to all that is available. Now, if you click this classroom, you can see that the classroom will open. Okay, these are my existing classrooms. Elgin, are you there, Elgin?
Sir, I'm not able to mute them. I'll do that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because you can just message them and.
I may have to remove them if next time it is coming up. Then I may have to remove them because I mute them and then they unmute back.
Okay, because it disturbs the others. Okay, let us focus on this. So already have some few classes here. So now what you can do is that if you are first time, if you are going to create a classroom, you can go to this plus sign. You can just create that, and you have two options: join class and create class. If you are a teacher, you want to create a class, you just go and click this create class. It will ask for which is the class. For example, if you are teaching for some final year BCom, you can give like 3 BCom. Then you can, if you have some sections, you can give that maybe A section or B section. Some names you can give. Just keep it BCom because already I have some BComs here. And if you are teaching a subject like HRM or marketing, keep like that, and you can just give create. A new classroom will be created. It takes some time, but if you can wait for a few minutes, you can find that the classroom will get created. Okay. Now a classroom is created. Now you can see that. So hope that you are able to see that the chat box. Okay, I'm not able to see your chat, but it's okay. After some time, I'll just click that. So this is your classroom. Now you will have to ask your students to join. Now, if you see this, the people, only I am there. Only I am the teacher. As teacher is there, there are no students are there. So now I'll have to make my students to join. So what I need to do is that I can go and click here. If you see that the class code is there, you can just click that. This is the class code. This is the class code. You can share this maybe in WhatsApp or some other the maybe mail or something, and you can just share it with your students. Now I'll share this with you, so you can join here in the classroom. Just give me a minute. I don't know. I couldn't see that chat box once again. Ranjan, is the chat box is enabled, Ranjan? Because I am not able to see the chat box here.
The chat box is getting disabled, sir. I'm not sure.
That's what, because now I couldn't see if I want to paste them that.
Yes, sir.
the
Now it is
class code.
working.
Let me see. Okay, it's there. Okay, thank you. So now, see, this is the class. We all can join there. It's only for this process. Afterwards, we'll remove that. So you all can join this class. You can, what you'll have to do is that you Google Classroom, or if you have your Gmail account, go to your Gmail account, the 9 dots, click the Classroom, and you'll have to click that Join Class. That's what you'll have to do. So please join that. Let us see that how many people have joined here. Let us see this. Once you join, we will be able to see here. As of now, only teacher is there. But if you join, then we can find some students also here.
കുറച്ച് ഇരിക്കാവോ കളിക്കോ എന്താ പ്രശ്നം
Okay, Daniel Satyaraj just joined. Nice. And other is also sharing is there. Now, if you click that class code, you can see the copy invite link is also there. That also you can copy and you can send through mail also. That also you can, if you click that, you'll link is copied. You can send a mail to them also. So there are different ways of doing that. So this full screen is there. So if you are displaying in a class, you can display that also. Students can join. Different ways they can do that. So however you want to share that, you can do this. So this is the first thing what you have to do to join it. So Amardeep Kurkwar is here. Okay. So there are a few teachers who have joined here. It's still, if some of you are joining, it's fine. Otherwise, also we can continue with that. Same two teachers. Okay. Sudhamadi also have joined. So there are 3 teachers that are there right now. Others, if you are joining, we'll wait for 1 minute, or else let me continue with that. This is the first thing which you'll have to do that, because you'll have to do that. Okay. Now, if you look at here, the other students are not interested in joining. Only 3 students have joined. So what is the other option? Can I do something to add the students? Anybody who has already created classroom, can you share that? What to do? If students are not joining, what to do? What we can do? Forcefully, can we bring them here? Can we do that? Forcefully, can we bring them here? Okay. Now what we do is that, see, I'll do one more thing. It will be nice for you to see that. Okay. Invitation through email we can do, but in spite of that, if I send this invitation also,
Sir,
no, it's
please.
not working.
Sir, that code is not in. That is a.
Okay, one second, I'll put that. 1 second. See, this is the link. This also you can use. The last 7, if you see that last 7 items.
Sir, it's working.
B70W.
Sir, it's working.
No.
Yes, sir, it's
See,
working.
this link I
Yes.
have clicked. If you click the link also, you'll be able to join. If you are not able to do that, you can go and you can put that. So this link is there. Okay. Some of you have not joined. So what I request is that I'll do one more thing. This platform is a little difficult for me, see, because I need to keep doing that the same chat. Now, what we can do is that you can type your email. You can type your email. I'll make you to join. I'll join you. I'll put you in the class. Okay, some of you have joined. Thank you for joining. Others, if you have any difficulty in joining, like as I told, if students are not interested in joining the class, what we can do is that we can copy their email ID and we can also do that. We can do that. Plus sign, now 9 students are there, but still almost 60 students have not joined. So you copy their email ID and paste it here, and if you invite them, then they'll join here. That is also there. Okay. Right now it is enough for us. 9 students are there. That's enough for our training session. It's fine. So let us move on to that. The other things. Now, the first thing is that here you can see the stream is there. What I meant by this stream is that if you want to make any announcement, let me make an announcement here. All the 9 students who are there in the class, we will be getting that. So this I kept as BCom A, the name, but whatever the name you are doing there, you accordingly you can do that. Okay, now there are options are there. Now I'm going to say that tomorrow test PM. Now when I type this, now I am saying that this is for all students. Correct? It's there, all students. If I come little down, if I post it, now all the 9 students who have enrolled here would have got this communication. Tomorrow there is a test at 1 p.m. Okay. Since I told that tomorrow there is a test at 1 p.m., this is for everybody. Okay. Now, for example, you already conducted a test. Only one student has missed that test. So what I'm doing is that same I'm doing there. Retest is there tomorrow at 3 p.m. for marketing management. First communication I sent to all 9 students who are there in my class, but this I'm only going to send it only to the repeaters. So what I can do is that I can uncheck this all students. I can check only to any 1 student or 2 students who have missed the test. For example, don't mistake me. I'm just checking 2 names. Some names I'm checking that. So and you can see that instead of all the students, it's getting selected only to 2 students. The retest is there tomorrow at 3 p.m. for the marketing management course. Maybe I can add that also. I'm just posting it. So they'll get this communication that only that students, 2 students who have got this communication, there is a retest. Now in their classroom, they'll get a message. Okay, can you confirm that? Did you all get a message? Okay, 1 second. Some of you are not able to join the classroom. I'll just try to do this. See, this one more new thing I'll show you. This is, see, I'll tell you a little bit some new tools. See if it is, yes, good, thank you. So some of you have got that mail, mail in the sense that notification. So what I'll do is that I'll make one more just give me a minute. Okay. I just want to make one more new tab. This screen is coming so difficult for me.
Sir, actually, we have the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Admin, they will be posted in that WhatsApp group so that they can easily join there.
Okay, no, what I'll do is that I'll copy that, I'll show them that this, one second, sorry, I copied it here. If you are getting this in the chat box also email ID, what you can do is that you can go and hope you are able to see my Google screen now. You can just give that. If you can get that in the chat box also. Elgin, this chat box is getting disabled frequently. I don't know. It's not coming sometimes. Okay. The teachers who have told that I couldn't join the classroom, what I do is that I'll go to this email extractor. You can just click this email extractor. Now see, this is an email extractor. If you copy some email from somewhere, for example, I have posted that, what about that chat box? 1 second, let me, okay, it's there. Give me a minute. You're all able to see the chat box? Okay, okay. No, what I'm doing is that I copy this email ID. Okay. Now I'm going to, okay, it has come here. Now you tell me that is that only email ID is there or something else is also there along with that? Can you all reply back? Because now in the chat box I received some email. Okay. Now there are so many other things that are also there. the chat because it has. I request at least some 30 people to put your email ID, so it will be easy. Nice to see this email extractor. Can you put there? Can you just put it here? Some around 20 email IDs. No, put that. Ashok Kumar has put, but still, if few of you put that, 10, 15 people, if you put, we'll be very happy. I'm sure that this is a good email extractor. Is nice to. It's a fun. Okay, okay. Still, at least 10 I want. Preferably, people who have not joined the classroom would be better. Yes. Okay. So there are quite some 5, 6 is there. I'll let me copy that. See, when your students put this, you want to send them communication to them something. You can take copy this. You can put it in the email extractor. Now we don't have only email ID. There are other informations also there. So separated by comma, a line is there. You can give a new line. A group I'll tell you a little later. Sort alphabetically you can give that. And if you just click extract. Okay. See, have you got this email IDs? You got this email IDs? Is it fun? Because even if you have hundreds, because when you are a conference coordinator or something, it will be nice. It will be very nice. How many of you used to do this? Email extractor. How many of you used to do this? Email extractor. Okay, some of you are giving your email ID now. So now what does this group mean? Let's see, now group of 2. You can give that group of 2. Right? I'll give that reset. I'll copy the same thing. Now I'll put that line on one line. Group of 2 means what will happen? You see that? Sort alphabetically, extract. What is the difference it made here? What's the difference it made here? Any response? Okay, I think some problem with my chat. Frequently, I'm not able to see that. Okay, it's there. Okay. So this you can extract. And what I'm going to do is that now I'm copying this, and I'm going to add there in the classroom. Since some of you told that we couldn't join that. So the same class. You can go to people. Okay, some of them have replied also. Let me see, 14 students have joined here. You can put that this one. And if I send invite, this invite will go to students automatically. You can see that those students. Okay, it says that that domain cannot be. Right. So we'll leave this and. So the others, maybe we can do this. Correct. So you can see that some of them have been invited. So once when they get the notification and if they join, they can also be part of this class. Now, if you go to the stream, you can find that if some of them, if anybody has replied, okay. Mandela, Dr. Mandela has told repeatedly, please can you send link? So this is one option. Okay, this is stream immediately. Okay, now let us go to the next work, the classroom. Correct? This is whatever that you want to communicate with your students. So what communications you want to? I can't join. The code is there. You can use it as the link already I've shared here. Once again, I'll copy and post it here. This is the link. I'll share the link again. Once again I'm sending the link. You can join here. So class. Okay. Now here create. What is that you want to give? You want to give them an assignment. Okay. Just go to this assignment. Now you'll have to give that assignment. Which subject is that assignment is that? Maybe if the subject is marketing or entrepreneurship or accounting, depending on that. And if there is a chapter, you can give that chapter also. For example, let me give that in unit 1. Let me say that unit 1. This unit 1 is introduction to accounting. So I'll write here basic accounting concepts. Basic concepts. Here. So here we'll have to give the instructions to the students that maybe you can start with the dear students. Please submit one page. Please submit a one-page written assignment. Covering the basic concepts of say that if you have any word limit, you can add that word limit also. That it should not exceed more than this word limit. And if you're saying that in a Word document, you can write that Word document. If you are talking about that, whether it is a graded assignment or graded assignment. So will be assignment for 5 marks. And maybe you are instructing your students to maintain their originality. So copy. Giving very clear specific instructions that okay, from internet. Doing that, and now you are finding here BCom all students, and how many marks you told, we can keep it as 5 marks. It's graded assignment 5 marks. When is the due? Now today you are giving this assignment. When is the due wanted to keep? So if you want to keep it tomorrow deadline, then you just click here and due date and time. So you can check this. Tomorrow is 24th, and normally I give 11:59 as the deadline, so that you can enable that. And what you can do is that you wanted to see the originality, so check this originality. Now, earlier it was only 3 assignments per class they gave, but now I think Google G Suite is right now they are giving 5 assignments per class. So you can give 5 assignments with this similarity check, correct? So that you can give that we continue, correct? So that we are enabling this. And if you want to add some rubric, so if you have some rubric, it's fine. How we are going to evaluate that assignment? So let us see this create rubric. So use scoring criterion 1. What is the criteria you want to give? When they are writing, what is it you want to see? Originality, maybe if you are giving that criteria. Originality. Right? And how much point you are going to give that originality, you will have to add this because you might have some, I think you all know this rubrics. If the criteria is originality, if you are giving 4 marks, what is that you are keeping that as the parameter, then for 3 marks, for 2 marks, for 1 mark. So you can create that, correct? And you can add that description point. If it is 1 point, what is the level and what is the description? You can add the criteria like this. So 1 point, we can say that it is, I just put that like 10%. Similarity, maybe 1 point when you give that, it is more similarity. So I'll give 80% is plagiarized, correct? Then the second one is that, no, 1 second, I just missed it. 2 points for 70%. The more points they'll get when the similarity is lesser. This I will put it as 90 so that there is some uniformity. 50, 2 marks is that maybe percentage. You want to write some detail to that, what do you mean by this? Then you can give that. The last one is that points here is that it's 4 marks again, and the last one is 5 marks, and here it is only 10% similarity here. You can write that if the similarity level is coming up to this, then you can add this. This is one criteria. Okay, did you understand this? So there is it's out of 5 marks the similarity. If the similarity is somewhere between this one is wrong. Right? Okay, it's in the order, correct. It is changed itself. 10% means they'll get 5 points. 30% means they'll get 4 marks. 50% means they'll get 3 points, and 70% means 2 points and 1 point. What is the next one after originality? Maybe you can add one more criterion. Maybe what is that you want to add? Any criteria? How you'll assess an assignment? How you'll evaluate an assignment? Basic concepts of accounting. You are giving an assignment to them. The first one is that you told that it should not be copied from internet. Second one, maybe I'll put it like articulation. How will they articulate it? Okay, I'll write articulation. How will they wrote that? Correct. Now, 5 points. Very well articulated. Four points. Articulated. I'm just making my rubrics. If you go to internet, you can find the Ruby Star and so many other the templates are available. You can use those things. Average. Maybe I can give 4 marks if it is okay. No, sorry, 2 marks if it is okay. Okay. Maybe I'll put 1. Instead of we want to follow that, not well, not very well. Like that also you can change it. Up to you. So this is the rubric that also we have added. So if you want to add like this, the criteria, you can keep adding, right? And you can add, you can save this. So rubrics is also being developed. Now we can assign to the students. Now all students we are keeping that. They'll have to submit on 1 page. If you want to give little more details, you want to add some document to it, you can add that. So then if you assign all the students who are there enrolled in the class, they would have received it. Oh, sorry. The topic I didn't put that, but still I can edit it. Just wait a minute. I think it didn't enable. So create topic. This is as I told that this is unit 1. Unit 1. Accounting concepts. That's what I told. This is concepts. Okay. Now I'm going to assign it. This has been assigned to all the 9 students. See, even you can keep it in draft mode also. This is not. So you can go to your classroom. You can check that you would have got a notification. So all the teachers who have been added as the students, if you check that, you would have got the assignment now here. If you go here, it will give instructions that, dear students, please submit a 1-page written assignment covering the basic concepts of accounting. This will be a graded assignment for 5 marks. Students are advised to write on their own rather than copying from internet is what is clearly given. So nobody has turned it. Now, if you, from your side, you will see that and you'll have to submit that. If any of you are submitting, then I'll be getting a copy of that here. It's only assigned. Now it has been assigned to this many students. See, this many students it has been assigned. Can I request any one of you to just randomly upload any document? Don't put any confidential or your personal information, just any blank document or anything. Can you just submit here so that I can show to the others? This is the if you look at here instructions are there here, and if you go to student walk and if you click this, you can find this. It has been assigned to 18 people. If you have 60 people in the class, you will find the 60. It is assigned for 60 students. Can I wait so that you will upload any document, blank document, so that let us see that how it looks from teacher side. Anybody who is uploading document, please let me know. And somebody's mic is on, so please mute yourself. Can I wait for 2 minutes? I hope that some of you are going to do that. Okay, I do it on time. Okay. Okay, since one of the students has commented that, I'll do it on time. Since they gave me time, don't ask me now, I'll do it is what they are saying that. Okay, now I just thought that if any of you are saying that, we can see this, how to evaluate that also. Okay, forward contract. So Sudhamadi madam has shared one of the document. Let us see that. Okay, so you can see this now. This is a document forwarded by madam. Forward contracts. What are forward contracts is there? And let us look into this. Now we can see this assignment is visible to me. If you want to read this, you can just read it here. It's a nice document, I think. Thank you, madam, for forwarding this. Now this is the document, how you will see this. If any other student has submitted, if you just click that, it will go to the next assignment. But now the next student has not attached any document, so we'll not be able to see. And now after reading this, I can evaluate here itself. You can see in the right side, rubric is here. And the rubrics, now if you see that originality is there, correct? Originality is there. Now you can see this, the buttons are there. First is 5 points, 10% similarity. But I need to know the similarity percentage, isn't it? Since let me see that similarity. If I click this, it will open in Google Doc. Okay, I think I have enabled that similarity. Let me see. Okay, so what time the assignment is submitted, we can see that. I'm not finding here that similarity. One second, let me see. There should be a similarity report also for this, because I told that plagiarized content to find out. Okay, so it will highlight that what is that, and now If the similarity, if it's less than 10%, I can give this, it's 5 point here. And articulation, it's very well articulated, document is very good. So if I give that 5 plus 5, if you see that the rubrics, it's giving that 10 out of 10. And the teacher, the student who has submitted is getting 5 out of 5. I want to appreciate them. So I can just write here. How to upload the Word file? You will have to go to your classroom. You will have to go to your classroom. There you will have got a notification. And there it will ask you to submit your assignment. And once after submitting assignment, you will have to turn it. So that's how you'll have to do that. So go to your classroom. No problem. Yes, upload a file and just turn in also. Turn in like is that it will submit there, because the other one will be just getting uploaded, but you'll have to turn it. Yes.
Sir, I turned in, but it's showing me unturned.
No. When you turn in, it will show a message unturned. That means you can get it back also.
Okay.
Once if you turn in, it's fine. It's let me see that. I'll be able to see your this one. I'll show that your assignment also. I'll show that. Now once this is there, as I told, this student Dr. Sudhamati has done extremely good work. So I am appreciating. Very nice, very good assignment. Very nicely done. I'll write like very nicely done. Good work. I'll say that. Very nicely done. Keep up the good work. Now this I can post it. Comments will go immediately, but the marks will not go there. You can see that in the right corner, from not returned is there. So if I have to return the marks now, I can just give return. It will go to the student immediately. But I want to complete all evaluation, then I want to send also, I can do that. Now for this madam, we'll return it. Now the madam's mark says that Sudhamati 5 out of 5 return. So now this will go to that particular student. Now our assignment is done. So now after this is over, I can move to the next student. So next student has not put. The next student has also not put. What I do is that I'll go back to the class and I'll see that who has submitted, because here it might be a little difficult to see who has submitted. One second. Okay. Now Dr. Kannan has turned in. Kannan, I can see that personal account, nominal account, real account is there. But now since the content is very less, now I'm going with originality. And now this is not a complete document, but still, since I have to see that it's not plagiarized, I can give that 5. And articulation, there is nothing much written there. So I can give maybe 1 point. And then I can give that. If I want to write, I can write a comment that you'll have to write it. And then if I post, the comment will go. Sorry, I have written spelling wrong. You will have to. And if I give that return, it says that 3 out of 5. So I can send it to Dr. Kannan. So like that, we can play with this. It will be very nice to see that.
Sir?
Yes, yes.
Sir, simultaneously, I need to submit both the assignment.
Which both assignments?
You assigned us originality one assignment, articulation another assignment.
No.
First I uploaded originality.
No. Originality is only for me. It is to evaluate. For you, it's only one assignment.
Okay.
For you, it's only one assignment. When I evaluate that, I am looking at that originality and articulation. Still, I can have some more rubrics also.
Okay.
So you are submitting only one assignment, but I'm looking into different aspects. for checking that document.
Okay.
Okay. So I think this is the class. Now, if I go here, I can see this, how many students have done their work. Let me see this, basic accounting concepts. Only 3 of them have done and 2 of them I have graded. So you can see this, 3 of them have done. So I'm opening the other assignment. So if you add multiple files, I can see this multiple files also here. Under this assignment, I'll have 2-3 documents. So that is one thing here. So now originality, maybe if I give this to some different marks, I can give articulation, I can give 3, and 3.5 is that the teacher gets. And now if I want to see that what time the student has turned in, I can see this, the teacher has draft, correct, assigned, turned in, then once again draft. This is my evaluation part. So this, everything will be there in this record. I'll say that, okay, good work. Just write it, good work. If you post, and if we return that, that will go to the student. So your assignment is evaluated. So even if you have 50 students, if you just spend a half an hour to 40 minutes, you can evaluate all the assignments with this. Okay. This is one part of that. So how many of you are doing means you are saying that some of you are really doing that. That's really wonderful. You have done that. But I'm going to add some more options here to tell you what are the other things which you can do here. I'll close some of these screens. Just give me a minute. Since I opened multiple, this one.
ಅದೇ ಇದು ಒಂದು ಯಾರೋ ತೊಡಗಿಯದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿಸ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರೋ
Please mute. Okay. So once again we'll come back to our
Someone is in the temple.
concepts. Right. Yes. Okay. So this is what you are doing here for assignments, but now okay, it was published already. That everybody has got that, their scores, everything, it's fine. Okay. So once again, if you have to see that grades, if you want to see this, you'll be able to see the grades what you have. Now you can see this grade book is here. So these other students have not submitted, but the students have submitted, it is there. If you keep continuing with other assignments, this grade will keep showing here. So this is the first assignment mark. But if you keep on doing assignments, you can see all that work. Okay. Now let me show something different. Now next one is that this is for assignment. I want to give some materials to the students. So I'll go here. I'll add this unit 1. Same unit 1. I'll select this unit 1. I'll write here unit. What is that? Basic accounting. PPT. Here I'm writing that, dear students, attach the PPTs of unit 1. Okay, now you can add. I just sample. I'll add some files. It will take me to this one. If you are having in your drive, you can go to the drive, or if you are going to recent, it will show some of that the documents you have in your the Google. So I am sharing that what the madam has forwarded to everybody. Now if I click this, you can see this is there. So this is got attached. If you want to add multiple other things, YouTube, if you want to share some YouTube video, you can just look at here, YouTube. I'll just share one of these business lessons. Business. Watch this. Some video, just if I click that, the video is also there. So now we are sharing with the students. Now if I post, these two documents will go to everybody. Okay. Now you see that same unit one. First one I conducted an assignment. Second one I shared the materials to them. Okay. If you want to modify at any time, you can go to the three dots. You can edit, delete, or you can do anything. You want to move up and down, you can do that. Okay. Now, shall we conduct a class test also? If you tell me, we'll conduct a class test also. Just okay. So I have uploaded a Word file. Since you asked me, I have shown that how to do that. Now, okay. Now we require a question paper, but what we need to do is that okay, create. I can give the same assignment. Okay, we are giving that unit one test, same unit one test because everything. Let us keep it unit one. This is for 10 marks, right? 10 marks, and due date is you can fix that time of submission. Tomorrow, if your test is at 2 o'clock, so it's going to be half an hour time. So 2:30, we can keep that deadline. So 2:30, they'll have to complete the test. I'll give that test on. That I'm doing that. Now here, you'll have to make a file. I'll just make one file here, Word document. Just give me 1 minute. Right, this, then this. I'm going to write like midterm examination. Then, section A. What are the three types of accounts? Journal entry. These three questions are there. It's enough. So this, I just save it here. Midterm. And make all alignment and marks, right? Time. Minus 30 minutes. just writing it slowly. Maximum minutes. Okay, that is 10 marks. And also I'm giving that answer. Any 2 questions. Actually, it's all continuous questions, but still I'm giving that answer any 2 questions. That's how we are making this question paper.
Sir, excuse
Yes,
me.
yes.
Sir, did you share something? It's not visible, I think.
Oh, it's not visible. You are not able to see Word document.
No.
Sir, I'm able to see, sir.
What about others? Word document. Actually, I'm typing in the Word document. I'm making a question paper.
No, Word document is not getting. It
The
is
Word document is not visible.
no, sir. Word document is not visible.
Okay, one second. Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, yes, yes.
I was making a question paper for all of you. Sorry, I didn't see the chat box because when I use this, the chat box it's disappearing. Okay. So now this is hope that everybody has seen this. This is an question paper template which I'm making that. I'm just giving that and this I'm going to share with the students. 3 questions I'm giving and I'm asking them to do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that now I'm going to the same classroom. So here I'm going to add this. See, one thing what you can do is that this you can put it in your drive instead of keeping it here. What you can do is that the same thing you can do it in Google Doc also. So what I'm going to do is that this I'm just give me a minute. I'll go to my Google Doc. So this you are going to your so that everybody is able to see my mail. So I'm going
Yes.
here, Google Doc. Google Doc, you can select Google Doc. You can click this blank. Okay, and file. You can write whatever I've typed right now. Let me see that whether it is there in the recent. If not, I'll go to the upload. Okay, in its midterm question paper is what I'm doing that. Okay. You can see this question paper has come. So okay, this is there. Now I'm going to my class work and see that whether it is there file. You can see this saying Gibbs College that is coming here in my drive. And now if I make that, see there are 3 options are there. Students can view file, students can edit file, make a copy for each student. So this I'm talking about examination, conducting examination. So make a copy for each student, you click that and you're given that points is 10 marks. Tomorrow deadline is 2:30 and you are also giving that please attempt the test at 2 o'clock. The duration of the exam is 3 minutes. Kindly in submitting your test paper. And also ensure that in case of any difficulties, or your name. You can give your contact details, subject. Telling all this information. Now, if I assign it right now, it will go immediately, correct? But what I can do is that I am going to schedule this. So you can see this, there are three options are there: assign, schedule, and draft is there. So what I do is that, what time is the test? Is it today or tomorrow? Is it today or tomorrow? It's tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So what I can do is that I can schedule it. I can schedule it, but be careful in Google Classroom, when you schedule it, there'll be a delay of 5 to 6 minutes. So what we do is that we keep in draft mode. At 1:58, 1:59, we'll actually assign it. That's what we used to do. So here I'm doing that. It's at 2 o'clock. So I'm just going here 2 p.m. What will happen is that it will go tomorrow sharp at 2 o'clock. If you click this, it's not in same color. How many of you could notice this change? It's tomorrow, and it's you can see that there's a color difference between the old ones and this one. Why there's a color difference? Because that's what you can see, but you will not be able to do anything. Can you do something on that? You cannot do that. Only tomorrow it will get enabled. And for me also, if you see that, is there a color difference between these three? The first one which I have scheduled, is there any color difference? Not activated yet. Okay, but I decided to conduct the test now itself. I don't want to wait till tomorrow. So what I can do is that I can just go here. I can click. I can edit. Now I'm changing the test. All of a sudden I'm saying that I'm going to keep the test today itself. So what I do is that I'll change the deadline. Q is today. I'll close this. I'll say that today is the deadline. So now time is, what is the time now? The time is 12:41. I'm saying that the deadline is to close at 1:15. For you, you'll have to submit to me at 1:15 p.m. I'm going to release it now itself. So schedule, no schedule. Now I'm going to remove this schedule. I'm going to assign it immediately. Okay. Now you see that students will get immediately. You all see that whether you all have got one copy in your classroom. Now you see that all three are in the same color. Now all three are in the same color. That means it is due. You all would have got one copy. Are you all having one copy with you? Can you please confirm that? Okay, good. So, sorry, 1 second, I'll share the screen. Okay, so everybody has got that. So now, exactly at the same time, 1:15, you'll have to submit it. If you don't submit at 1:15, it will show late submissions. Whenever you submit, it will show late submission, and we have a policy when they submit late, we actually direct some marks for it. And we can also check that. Can some of you turn in? Can you? But I have not enabled this similarity. But if you're typing, I can show that. Can anybody click that and type? So when you're typing that, we can see this actually. Wait, let me click that. Dr. Amardeep, if you don't mind, can you please type there? We can see that what you are doing there in the document. Let me show to others also. Okay. If Dr. So this is Dr. Arun Palliswamy. If Dr. Arun Palliswamy is there, if you can type, we can all see there. Because this is a Google Doc. So when you do like this, we'll be able to see that what you're doing there. Anybody is typing? If somebody says that I'm typing there, I can show that to others. Can anybody tell me that who is doing that? How to submit? Same like that. Submit and turn in. Same thing. Can anybody type here? Who is typing there in the sheet, Google Doc? Dr. Pankaj, it's same only. No, late submission, you will be able to do that. Only thing is that I'll get a message that you are working on that or you are returned late. That's what I could see that. Okay. Navneeta Velamal is saying the Dr. Navneeta Velamal. Let me see that. I can move from here. Or else I can go back to that old one and I can check that. Okay. Let me see that. Dr. Navneeta, let me see that. Okay. Navneeta Velamal. I'm just clicking here. So you can see this, Dr. Navneeta Velamal is typing. Cursor is moving. You can see that it's moving. If you can write, it will be, if you could type, it will be nice. Can you type that? Okay. What are the 3 types of accounts? Personal account, real account, and nominal account. Can others see that? So you can see lively what students are doing. Okay, Kannan has submitted. Okay, others, you can see that it's getting highlighted, all that. So you can keep a real eye on what students are doing. And if you clicked it, yes, Amardeep is also, Dr. Amardeep is also saying I'm also doing. So this, and see history, you can see this, it is assigned at 12:42. Whatever time they are submitting, resubmitting, everything will be visible here. They cannot escape. If I've enabled this plagiarism, I can see that plagiarism also. So it's a very nice tool to conduct the test. No need for any physical classroom, all that. If you ask them to come on Google Meet and if you ask them to write the exam here, it will be one of the best exam. You can see them and at the same time, you can have a control what they are doing. If you enable plagiarism, they cannot copy from internet also. So everything will be there and this document will be permanently, it will be there. And the evaluation also is easy. You can only do the evaluation and write the comment and you can return. There is no need for any this one. How many of you felt this is nice? No, in this we can't see live video. What I'm trying to say is that you can ask them to come on Google Meet, keep Google Meet and ask them to do this work. So both you can do this. Okay, now one question I just have that. Do you think that I wasted your time, 1.5 hours time with that classroom? Because some of them might have used this because initially some of you told that I'm using it, but still I'm not very sure that. So that is one thing. See, all these things are there, but we have not used this extensively. Google has so much in that, correct? And that is a nice thing. Okay. Now, this is very interesting, and you can return the answer sheets also there in the sense that they are feedback and all that. So it's a great thing. Okay. Now, how many of you use this MCQ forms? MCQ, Google Forms. How many of you used for collecting responses, and how many of you used it for conducting MCQ tests? This is for descriptive test. Okay. 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 So what are the options you have used there? What are the options you have used there? What are the options you have used there? Okay, good. I could see that many of you are using it. So even you can share the link multi-choice. Okay. Multi-choice, yes or no, Google form we use. Okay. No, I'm talking about the options. What are the options, true or false? Okay. Internally, have you used this, the shuffle option? Shuffle option. Okay. Have you used different sections of that? Different sections like the first part only personal information. Once after they complete, they move to the second section. Like that, have you used that section wise? Any this one? Okay, okay. And also you have given that answer, getting the answers, doing that answer, all that, missed questions. University affiliated mail account, all that settings, you have done that, sharing that link. Okay. Done analysis also. Okay, okay, good. Anybody requires support? Okay, anybody requires support, then I'll be happy to take you on that. Okay. Not now. Okay. Not now. Because actually I had three things in mind. One is that the classroom. The second one is Google form. The other one is Google Doc. Okay. Now, since you told that form is not required, I'll just talk about this Google Doc in 10 minutes and I'll close that. If you have any Q&A, we can ask that. Okay. How to open a Google Classroom? I think you need not worry. Go to this, your personal account. You have a G Suite account or you have a personal account, Mr. Dr. Pankaj? 1 second, I'll enable the chat also. Okay, you have a Gmail. Okay, Gmail. Okay, now I'll close this. This is my official account. I'll go to my personal one. It is my personal. If you go to your personal also, there will also be 9 dots will be there. You can go to this 9 dots. You can see this all this I think screen is visible. You're all able to see my personal this one.
Yes, sir.
That's what you are able to see this personal. Okay, now that's my personal account. 1 second. Yes, so this is my personal account. There also you can see that the 9 dots will be there. If you click the 9 dots and if you scroll down, you can see this classroom. Correct? You can go to this classroom. So here my son is using another classes are there. So now if you see this plus sign is there. Correct? This plus sign, when you click the plus sign, you have two options. If somebody is inviting you for a class, you can go for this join class. If you want to create a class, you can just create a class. Correct? So you can just give yes and you can proceed. So if you give that yes and continue, once again this will come. So this is how you create. So when you create that, and sir has asked that, 1 second, I'll just do that. If I click this, no session and all, create, you can see that one classroom will be done immediately. This is a virtual classroom. Correct? We are creating a classroom for our students to share materials, to share assignments, and to conduct assessments. Everything we are doing it here. Just give me a minute. It will see. Now it has come. So this you have created this class. You want to invite your students to the class. What you'll have to do is that you'll have to click this. This is the link. This is the code, classroom code. You can share in WhatsApp or email. Or if you want to send in WhatsApp the link, you can just click this. You'll get a link also, correct? So that you can share it. It's a very simple process. And for adding people, you go there. If you want to add somebody as your co-teacher, you go to the people. You can add somebody as your co-teacher. If you want to add student, you can copy their mail and you can put it there. So a lot of things you can do here. That's very interesting. This is old classroom. What you have mentioned here is that old one. Now I created one more classroom. So preparing or starting a class is very easy. It's very, very simple. So just click this. You can keep this as your classroom, new classroom. We created 2 classrooms right now for our session. So we can create as number as what will you add in room section. So see, in the physical class, there will be some numbers in our room, all that. If you want to put some numbers, A section, B section, class number 3, 4, like that, you can add that. So otherwise, it's not required. Those details are not required. And even you can change this the template also. If you want this select theme, you don't want this theme, you can customize and you can choose some other theme. Different themes are there. Correct? You want to have this, select class theme. You can see that it gets changed. So you can do all that. And if you want to put your this one image so that others will come to know, you can put that also. So a lot of things you can do this. Correct? All settings. And if you don't want any notification, go here. You can come down, or else your mailbox will be flooded with a lot of notifications. Whatever students are doing, you will get that. So email, if you disable all this, then you will not get that notifications. So that's very important. So you will have to do all the settings also. One side you'll have to take care of the settings part. Okay, so it's nice, quite interesting. Now I'll just complete with only one more thing. I'll not take much of your time. Maybe 5 minutes I'll take. You can go to this Google Doc. Please. Google Doc is another interesting thing. If you want to collaborate and do the work in one document, you can make this. But I'm going to tell you something which is very interesting. I have something to type. Correct? A very big document which I need to type that. So what I can do is that. Okay, everybody is tired, I think, but just give me 5 minutes. Okay. Hope that you will stay with me. 5 minutes, is it fine? Can I take 5 minutes of everybody? Can you please let me know? Okay, okay, thank you. See, what you do is that go to tools, voice typing is there. See, this for any big research work, your class material, if you want to do something, you can just hear. See, for example, I'm going to talk to you. Let me see that 1 second. Students, I'm going to explain the assignment, the description to you. Now, this is going to be the first component of assignment. This assignment, you need to come up with a business plan. So what you'll have to do is that you'll have to meet an entrepreneur and take an interview, and try to gather as much as information possible. And after completing this successfully, you need to design your own B plan. Now the B plan should have the vision, mission, and the objectives. The B plan should have marketing plan, financial plan, human resource plan, full stop. And after once you complete this, your B plan, you need to design a poster, and this poster has to be uploaded in the Google Classroom in the assignment section. This B plan will be evaluated for 20 marks. And once the B plan is, the assessment is over, you will be called for an YOC where you and your team members have to be present for this YOC. And this YOC will go for 15 minutes per team. And after successful completion of this, the poster presentation and YOC, your marks will be revealed by your teacher. How many of you felt this is very interesting? How many of you felt this is very interesting? See, I cannot type so fast. Okay, so you do this, you take your research, you read your book, you want to give some notes to your students, just take one book and start reading. It has not missed out anything. When I told full stop, it kept full stop. Only thing is that do you find any mistakes here? My voice is not so great, but still, can you find that? Is there too many spelling mistakes are there? If there is too many spelling mistakes, is there? So you go there, only correct those things. Viva is there, YOC. So those things you can do that. Small corrections you can do this. I think that's not a big deal. But to type this, if I have to type this, how much time it would have taken? Few mistakes will be there because pronunciation. See, Google is being designed. It's an artificial intelligence. It will capture how we say. For example, my name, I'll say that it won't capture correctly because I pronounce in a different way, but it can't understand. Let me say that. Let me see that. Karthikay Prakasam. I'll keep it here once again so that everybody can see. My name is Karthikey Prakasam. My name is Karthikey Prakasam. My name is Karthikey Prakasam. Has it captured correctly? Has it captured correctly? Everybody is hungry, I believe. Yes, certain things it will not capture correctly because our voice modulation, certain words it may not understand. So once again, see, but you can, it's Google Doc, you can go to this tools, you can see this voice typing. That's a greater advantage. And now this, you and your teacher want to do collaborate, just go and share. So two teachers can parallelly type this. For example, you are all sitting at home and working. You are doing some research work. So you share it with your friend. You do some work, they can edit it and they can do that. Normally teacher, HOD, they can share and they can do that. So these things we all can work together to complete the task. This is called as collaborative. Google is a very collaborative tool. So it's nice. It has so much. I've just told only few things to you. As I told Google can do anything for us. Okay. Now it's Q&A time. If anybody has anything, you can ask me. Maybe I'll be meeting you in the next session later, maybe in December. That time I'll try to explain something which might interest you. So you might give definitely feedback, but still I would just wanted to know that. So did you learn something out of this session? Did you learn something? Okay. Okay. If you are happy and if you have learned something, then I have achieved that. So I just wanted to keep it hands-on. So this few things I think definitely you would have done, and I know that it's so many sessions are happening. I don't know if somebody has covered this, but still, hopefully this should be interesting and you practice it. See the outcome. It's an outcome-based the FDP. So you should experience and you should do it there. You try that. Take small steps because I have done it. We are doing it. You also take small steps and slowly you do that. It will be very nice. When you do this with your students, with all this, students will appreciate you. Students will be very happy that teachers are doing so much, and it makes like a real classroom. See, our university now we have completed one full semester with all this the things, and students are extremely happy. We don't see any disconnect. We don't find any disconnect. It's all happening as if we are there in the classroom. So students they are enjoying. I hope that you'll also do that, and your students also will enjoy, and definitely the benefit will be there to you also because you will become a great teacher. This is I'm little not very old, but still I am a mediocre and a mid-age teacher. I am around 45, but still when I could learn that so easily, I think all the young teachers. Yes, Gmail personal account has some limitations, but G Suite has more options. I thought I'll take you to mail merge also, which is very more good. Maybe in the next session we'll talk about that a little later because during lunchtime I don't want to talk more. So, Elgin, is anything I need to do, Elgin?
Sir, let us ask the participants, if they have any questions to ask.
Yes, because I think they are a little hungry and they are lunchtime, no? So they are
Okay. Participants, if you have any questions, you can post your questions in the chat box, or you can directly ask the questions to the resource speaker itself.
Okay. Since I think it was a little simple for them to understand, I think they didn't had any this one. Could you please give a short demo on an assignment designing through rubrics and publishing, checking results? Okay. That actually, Dr. Amadip, which we did that, when you frame an assignment, there itself you'll have to set that rubrics, you'll have to enable that, and you'll have to give the criteria. I think we have done that. The first assignment which I created, you'll have to create rubrics. Once because I kept only two rubrics, one is the originality, the second one was articulation. So you can see that there were some dots. When I clicked on the first dot, it gave 1 mark, 2 mark, 3 mark like that. So we can do that rubrics. The rubrics is designed basically by the teacher. So however you want your the rubrics to be, that's how you'll have to design it. Maybe I can share some PPTs little with that short notes of that. If that is fine, I think I don't know whether the organizers have recorded this session. If they have recorded, maybe they can also share it with you. Elgin, is it
Yes, sir, we are recording.
Then maybe possibly you can share it with them. So it will be little useful for them. You can just go back and see that. Yes, PPT I didn't keep much content with just an orientation. Did you all like the PPT design? How many of you like the PPT design? Anybody like that? This has been done in Office 365. Okay, that's why I told that Google has so much. You use everything. You will get inspired. That's what I did. That. See, all this PPTs have been from that Office 365. Correct. This is not a Google product, but still you can see this. It's nice. You can do nice things by using Google and all that other things. Okay. So that's what I told that use all nice things. Hope that you will enjoy and just do the same thing. That's what from my side. The last thing what I think I have disabled my videos. Just once again I'll come on video.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the insightful session.
Yes. Thank you for having me here and giving me this opportunity. Hope that I fulfill the expectations of that the institution and the participants. Enjoy the session, remaining part of your FDP sessions. And if you have any doubt at any point of time, you can get in touch with me. Maybe I can just type my email ID. If anybody wants to get in touch with me later, two things I'll give. One is my email ID. The other one is my phone number. If anybody wants to interact with me anytime, you can definitely get in touch with me for anything. I'm happy to do it for you or for your students. So this is my university official mail ID and this is my personal WhatsApp number. You can make a note and feel free to call me or text me for anything. I'll be happy to do the same thing. And once again, thanking St. Gates for giving me that opportunity. Once again, I'll be coming in December. Let us learn something new together. Thank you, Elgin. Over to you. Thank you, participants.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for an insightful session, sir. Dear all, we have come to the end of this forenoon session now. I now take the opportunity to thank the resource person on behalf of our management, organizers and participants of this FDP, Dr. Karthikeya Prakasam sir, for spending his valuable time and making us understand how technology can disrupt our day-to-day teaching in the upcoming days. And he's also not only made us understand the theory background of it, but also he's made us understood how technically, we can counter those situations through the hands-on session that he is conducted. Sir, we are also looking forward to have you in our second series of FDP also. Thank you once again, sir, for accepting our invitation and delivering a wonderful session to all our participants. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Elgin. Thank you, participants. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you. Yes.
Participants, the post-lunch session will commence by sharp 2:15 p.m. and the feedback links are also already shared. Kindly post on your feedback in the links that are shared. Thank you all.
Elgin, I'll leave. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
very
Thank
much
you.
for
Thank you,
coordinating. Thank you. Thank you.